What is up, you guys? This is Scare550 here. Bungie just got a new mail sack on Sunday, and we're going to get right into it. This is going to be episode 2 of Bungie's new information. So here we go. Prince over Bronze writes, "You were very explicit with saying that Destiny was not an MMO. Why? Put a lot of thought into what genre Destiny best fits into. At its core, we're building an action game, a Bungie FPS. As we play in a space we've always loved, we're intentionally and gleefully bending and blurring genre lines. Bending concepts, constructs, and features you wouldn't traditionally fit into an FPS category." So, right there, it's not just a massive multiplayer online game. It's going to be a little more than that. It's going to be a Bungie FPS. We all know what that is. Bungie's made a bunch of FPSs that have always been a little bit different than everybody else. So, we attempted to slap together a new acronym to capture all the newness and nuance that Destiny's broke. Stung. But the resulting string of characters was a Frankenstein monstrosity which threatened to ruin our lives and confound even the most brilliant minds. In the end, when we consider what we're building, it's easiest, best, and most accurately described as Bungie's next first-person shooter. It would be terribly presumptuous of us to label Destiny as a Bungie FPS. But if you're a fan of what we do, it'll probably make a fair bit of sense. Of course, we will be a lot more explicit and specific about everything Destiny in months to come. Okay, so basically right there they're saying they're not going to label it a Bungie FPS, but we know that's exactly what it is. I'm expecting more of a Fallout kind of thing, like the open world first person shooter. It's kind of what I'm expecting, but it's going to be a multiplayer version of that. So it's not an MMO, it's not just going to be an FPS, it's the action game with everything in it. So I think that's something that we're all going to like. Okay, so the next question came from Dom Shibs. If you had to pick one reason why playing Destiny co-op would blow my mind, what would that be? Why pick just one reason? We can tap the Bungie panel to come up with a bunch. Okay, I'm not going to say all the names of the people, but this is what they said. Co-op mode? Oh, you mean the whole game? Okay, that's kind of not really helpful at all, but he's true there. It's the whole game that's basically co-op. You're stronger in a pack. Co-op in Destiny isn't an afterthought. Much of the world is built from the ground up with a social idea that exploring the world with your friends will be more visceral. I can't even pronounce it. Visceral. Forget it. All the places you'll go, all the people you'll see. Every time I walk into a public space and randomly meet up with a Bungie's teammates, we shoot every evil guy in the face together. It's a unique and... jeez. My goodness. And phenomenal experience. Why are these people using big words? They're just testers. These aren't even... Never mind. Okay. Next question. DT Striker. How much will your friends matter in Destiny? In Destiny, everything that is so fun to do is more fun to do with your friends. Joyous 7. Are we there yet? Nope, but it's going to be a great ride. Buckle up. Swordman of Glee. Can we go to Pluto? Not if you're going to ask if we're there yet every week. Don't make us turn this car around. Lord Monkey. What are your 3 most important tools at work? My tools are all websites, which is not what we're asking. Let's see if our panel can set aside their sarcasm aside long enough to talk about the tools they use to make games. Trail Mix, Honest Tea, and Bonobo. My computer, coffee robots, and those automatic paper towel dispensers. Grognock, coffee, and Spotify. Sonic screwdriver, good old-fashioned human ingenuity, and my sarcastic wit. Visual Studio 2012, OneNote, and whiteboards. Well, Michael Williams, senior engineer, he's like the first guy that actually took it serious. So John Cable said, "My brain, my eyes, and my head." Well, thanks, John Cable. Jeez. Your mom, and your mom. Scott Kenkelberg. Thanks, Kenkelberg. Whatever. It's a Special Projects Assassin. What? Special Projects Assassin. That's. I didn't even know it's a job. I want to have that job. Excel, OneNote, and my hat. Visual Studio and Notepad++, and my datapad management tools. Stress Ball, Banana Chip, Graveyard, and the programmers. Priority Tech, more Priority Tech, even more Priority Tech. Gasca, Gazet, DJ. And those are other workers and team members of Bungie. Those are like, I think, like engineers and graphics designers, I think. Alright, okay, next one. Um, let's see. There we go. You've told us a little bit about the Fallen over the last few weeks. Can you tell us anything about the Cabal? Not today, but we're pretty excited to peel back all of the layers of information about each race of enemy combatants. Actually, we're more excited about allowing you to do the honors, but that's also to discuss for another day. Here's a picture of the Fallen right now. This is a sculpture, or like a little sculpted picture of it, just to get you a feel for it. Butane, do the Harlem Shake. Ninjas first. Alright. Skill film. Is developing for the next gen easier or harder than you expected? Development questions get passed through to developers. There is no spoon. We have great tools to support the process, so as the environment, artists, it's much easier it's much easier than it could be. It's great. The engineers are all, there's no memory for that. And then we're all like, next gen? And they're like, well, Server side, we are building our technology to be performed as agnostic as possible, sorry. So aside from wiring up platform APIs and different ways, differences in platforms have not caused my team much pain. Knock on wood. Okay, harder because finding room for yet another console on a desk already covered with an Xbox 360 and PS3 is a total nightmare. Fortunately, I only have to worry about the current gen of the Photoshop. Nice. He's the graphic designer. Elite Gray. Are pikes fun to ride? Come from Hybelos. There are a few things as fun as carving sand on a stolen pike. There, right there. That's actually a little bit of information for once in a while. You can steal vehicles. You can do that. He just told us we can steal pikes. Pikes are the ghost things. So I guess in an open world there are vehicles. There's probably going to be more than one pike. So right there's going to be a number of vehicles that we can use. We can just use that from right there. There's obviously going to be more than just a pike. And so you can steal it. I mean, I'm wondering if you can like design your own pike and then like have it, I guess, next to your house. If you have a house, then other people can come by and steal it, and you can steal their spec, and you fight over who gets to keep. I don't know. I'm just going on ranting, but let's keep on going. Okay, so next question. What's your favorite sound in Destiny? My favorite chatter is missing from Destiny right now. I'm looking forward to hearing the noise of our community. Our panelists are playing this game every day, though, so let's ask them. The sound of my own cruel laughter. The sweet sound of victory. The ambient sound of Venus. Naguchi shouting at me from his desk. That's just one of the other guys that responded a couple questions back. Let's see. Rocket flyby and the sound of survival. The shimmering explosion of the warlocks. Redacted. Gunfire in the distance. If you kill a Vex unit correctly, they make an amazing, satisfying noise. I could shoot them all day long for that noise. I'm wondering if that's going to be like a headshot with a grunt, the grunt birthday party, where it goes like, yay, and stuff like that when you get a headshot. I bet it's going to be something like that. Reloading. For a while, there's random surfaces you could hit that have gone and crunched, but went ding, like a bicycle bill. Instead, I was very fond of that. I love the sounds we capture in my driveway at 9 o'clock p.m. I have very understanding neighbors. Nobody is allowed to have a favorite sound until we're done sound designing the game. This is studio audio engineer. Decom. Are the weapon sound effects heard in the PS4 trailer the same effects that we will hear in the final game? See above. That's talking about the studio audio engineer that we just heard from, about how nobody is allowed to have a favorite sound until we're done sound testing the game. To continue on the question, to punctuate his point, a cacophony of new sounds have been spilling out of our audio bays recently. In fact, I just padded past C. Paul's Bay a couple hours ago and heard a bunch of crunching ballistics peppered with hits of something a little less traditional. Marty's crew is busily building a brand new library of noise. It's really great to hear, pun intended. Ha 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 ha! I get it. That's fine. Okay, Gunny186. I'm curious about Destiny's backstory. During gameplay, will we learn about how the last city came to be and what brought civilization to that point? Our writers are laser focused on building stories worthy of exploration and discovery. Some of those discoveries will come in an instant. Others will be heard prolonged. Intended to lead you down intricate and carefully laid paths that we hope will make our revelations all the more sweet. Nice. Tactical, spelt really weird. What have been the long okay, this is like wrong grammar. Okay, what have been the largest struggles in the development of Destiny? Has there been any eureka moment in overcoming those struggles? That's what I'm kind of guessing that he's saying. His grammar's terrible and the question's all weird. But keeping secrets from you fine people has been a struggle, especially when less sculpturous parties started telling them. In throes of development, the experience has been different. I think the biggest struggles have occurred when we've explored across the genre lines, which lines will be secret, but they can be very polarized. Sometimes an inspired idea can settle a design debate before it reaches Thunderdome. Yeah, so the nature of the game we're building means a daily struggle against seemingly intraceable problems. It helps that the word impossible doesn't seem to be in the lexicon around here. Creating everything from scratch with new tech has been difficult, but it gets better by the week, as new tools and features come online. Not saying Destiny for 2 years was tough, although not saying Tiger is proving almost as difficult now. The largest struggles on the team this big are always keeping people informed and excited while also keeping us focused towards the same goal. Handling multi-level, non-linear value inherence from local and non-local and layer overrides at any stage in both shader-embedded particle systems, all wrapped up in the completely ground-up custom system that lets you artists do whatever they do best: create work. Nice. Finding new ways to tell visual stories in a huge universe we're creating, and figuring out how to extend the experience beyond the console and support it on the web and mobile. So, do you have a fallback game that you play when you're feeling nostalgic or you want to bring your friends together? Now, I'm just going to end the video here because it's just a couple of them saying Mario Kart 64, Minecraft, Black Ops 2, Left 4 Dead, and Battlefield 3. Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I went a few minutes over, but I hope that wasn't too bad. Mail stack from week 2, pretty good. We found out some new information, and hopefully we'll learn some more next week. Hope you guys have a good week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.